Tommy, would you like to do, since you did such a good job with the outro last time, would you like to do the intro?
Should I do it in the
You do it however you want, my friend.
in the deep voice?
I insist.
Ladies,
you do it however you want.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome
Here
to the
we go.
442 podcast. I'm not your host, but I'm co-hosting today. No, that's bad.
There we go.
Do you want to give that another shot?
Take two. Yeah, let's
Take
go.
two? All right, are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 442 podcast. I am not Azair Madhani, but I am Tommy, taking over hosting duties. No, that's wrong.
Who's there, Mud Honey? But yeah. All right.
Jesus
Wait,
Christ.
that's not how you pronounce your last name?
Mahani?
Oh, is there like a... I don't pronounce a D in there? It's like a Madhani.
It's a
fine.
softer D,
Yeah.
but...
Yeah. You know, hey.
Mad Honey. Yeah.
Madhani.
Are you giving this a third try?
No, it's yours.
This is
I'm
all
done.
staying in.
Last
by the
one.
way.
Last one. Yeah, 100%. Last one.
All
Tommy.
right, last one.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 442 podcast. I'm your host, Tommy, and joining me today is Azair. Azair, how are you?
Better now.
Tony. And Tony, yes, Tony. Don't let me forget about Tony. Tony, how's it going? Wait. I gotta come up with a word, right? Is there
Oh
like
boy.
nothing
Somehow
spectacular. We'll
take
just
three
go
is the
straight
worst.
to it.
Somehow take
It's
three
not
was the-
so easy, is it?
No, I
It's
can't.
not so
I can't
easy,
do it.
is it?
All right, I had my fun. Tony, you want to give it a go?
Oh, sure. Why not?
Oh,
Why
Jesus
not?
Christ. The intro is going to be so long for this episode.
Let me give it a try. We are live. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on the 442 podcast. My name is Tony Orebamjo, or Tonyo, as you may know. And we have a wonderful show today, ladies and gentlemen. And I am joined by the man with the heart of Lewandowski, the hair of Fernando Torres, and the finishing of Timo Werner. It's Tommy Sunday, everybody. How are you, Tommy?
I thought this was going somewhere good. I don't like that. I don't like that finish, Tony.
I think it went somewhere great.
And we are joined with the all-round brilliant, and this week not despondent, Gary Neville of the podcast. It is Uzair Madani, ladies and gentlemen. How are you, Uzair?
Hey, see, so good. So very good. So good.
So good. Yeah, you played the
See,
you played the
Tommy,
long balls.
Straightforward.
Yeah.
This is perfect game.
So that's
see,
how
Tommy,
you
it's
do
not
the
that hard,
that's
is
how
it?
you do the intro right there.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm the poor sod that has to edit whatever you did before. So the joke is really on me in the end, isn't it?
It was only 5 minutes of practice intros. It's not too bad.
And this is why I do them every week. Just for my own sanity more than anything else.
Yeah, if you want
Hey,
professionalism, you go Uzair. Yeah, go ahead.
At least for your own sanity, United had a decent result this week, so we don't have to.
I mean,
We had the rare occasion where all our teams won. Very rare occasion.
yeah, it's a calm podcast. I can relax. It's family day, so we didn't have to wake up super early.
Yeah.
United won a game. Arsenal won a game. Chelsea won a game. It's such a relaxed podcast. It's nice. You should do this more often.
And I'll add to that. It's I mean, Tony will hate this, but it's good to see Liverpool win, and we have a title race on our hands, a real title race.
I'm so confused. Why would I hate this?
Yeah, I feel like
Because
I'm the one who hates
what
that.
am I saying? Liverpool because Spurs won. That's why you'd hate this.
Oh, yeah, I do hate this.
Yeah.
Tommy's off to a strong start today.
Are we sure it's not 6 a.m. right now?
I gotta say, we're gonna dive right into City Spurs.
We're diving
we're
right
going
in, yeah.
right in.
I couldn't enjoy the Arsenal win as much because of that Spurs win. Like, those are 3 points I didn't expect them to pick up. They've been extra shit of late, and I had that down as 3 points for City. I don't know why. It's the history of the Tottenham. They somehow always pick up points against City. Can't remember ever seeing City that bad. For the benefit of the listener, it was Man City 2, Spurs 3. Did I get it right this time? I did.
You got it right,
Oh my
yeah.
god, everyone's just taking over hosting duties from me today.
Okay, Jose.
I didn't realize I wasn't getting this back. Have I lost the job?
We are drunk with power. This is what happens. This is why you never let the you never let the masses into the building. But yeah, I don't know
Harry
what.
Kane finally showed up. You know, he finally made his appearance this season. What a performance from
I mean, the biggest takeaway for me from this was Ruben Diaz turning into a Portuguese Harry Maguire for a game. He just couldn't, he was getting caught on the turn every single time.
Portuguese Maguire, Portuguese Mustafi, take your pick. I've never seen him that terrible. He's playing offside when he should just track his man. Like, he got away with it once. But that was combined with a terrible City press. It was so easily bypassed for the first goal. Harry Kane was all alone when he's playing that ball into Son. And you never play offside when the guy has space. You just never do it because you won't get it right if the attacker plays it, times it perfectly. But I don't know. I just felt City never got going in this game.
I mean, you just look at the goal they need to equalize was just another Lloris howler, really.
Special,
yeah. And
oh boy, he did again. Just like last week where he was at full for 2 of them. How does he spill that one? You lose your confidence in your keeper as a defender. There,
I think he's come out for it, and he's the way he's come out for it has got him reaching for the ball at the worst point because he's trying to gather it on the half volley while diving towards it, which is difficult to do, but he's also put himself into that position. That wasn't someone else really. It's just weird decision making on his part. He made a couple of good saves. Afterwards.
That's Lloris. He's a decent shot stopper, but his decision making. I think De Bruyne runs across him, and that puts him off a bit. But you should still save that fairly comfortably. It's not. He's making mistakes you don't see in the Premier League very often, and he's making them.
Yeah.
Feels like every week right now.
I will say, even though City were not at their best, they still had 21 shots. They had 72% possession. João Cancelo, he might have been City's best player. This guy was inches away from having
Let's remember he's a
I'm
left
sorry,
back.
Tony. You sounded like a Formula
Tony,
1.
what was that?
What was that?
That was my brain trying to process how a left back who was at fault for 2 goals could have been City's best player. I'm sorry. No.
That's what you get. That's what you get with the João Cancelo special, just like you get with Trent. These guys are not going to be the best of defenders, but attacking-wise, they are providing so much. And in that first half, I think he had 3 really, really good chances to score that were just wide. Maybe he was at fault, but I still think he was the one that was at least creating a lot from
I thought Gundogan was good. In there. He was unlucky. He hit the post, right? Earlier in the game. No?
I remember the post getting hit. It might have been him. I can't remember who took the shot.
I'm pretty sure it was Gundogan. Yeah. I think Cancelo did Cancelo things. You're right. He, just like Trent, he's the attacking fullback in the team. Walker's the one that provides defensive cover, but on that second goal, as a fullback, you have to be tucking in there. You just...
Kulusevski just took so much advantage of all that space.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a fantastic game.
He did have a great game, yeah.
He did, you can say he's left an acres of space, but, he's making the right decisions. He was good at just exploiting it.
The 3 of them played really well.
He did what needed to be done. Kane, Son, and Kulusevski.
Yeah. And they have
good games from all three.
They have Mura to add to the mix.
Yeah.
It's a good lineup offensively. I don't know. Maybe Kane's auditioning for a summer transfer to City. Yeah, trying to actually convince them.
If they still want him. If they still want him.
I mean, it's a performance that makes you think, They don't have a guy who can do what Harry Kane does. They don't have a guy that scores that header in the last minute. I mean, that is the most unforgivable part. As bad as City were, they get gifted another
They get
goal.
it back. They got it back to 2-2. And then, my God. Just insanity. The entire game was just... Look, from a relatively neutral perspective on my part.
Oh, shut up. You're a Manchester United fan.
I fucking loved it. Every minute of it.
Yeah.
Hey, what this does
delicious.
do, though, is...
Ate it up.
Title race is back on. If Liverpool win their game in hand, it's 3 points. I'm wanting to know, who are you guys backing now? I know Tony, you got some Liverpool love there for the title. Why is that?
I think City are favorites, don't get me wrong, but I just think Liverpool have a bit more devastation in an attack. They have goal scorers that will get you the goal when they're not playing well. As we'll talk about later on, they have Sadio Mane, Diogo Jota, Luis Diaz, and of course, Premier League's by far and away top scorer, Mo Salah. Like, they don't need to play well to win. I feel with Man City, the moment they have an off performance, they don't have the guy that will get that scrappy goal at the end. They got one with Rodri against us earlier in the season, but Rodri's not going to do that every week, So, I don't know. I think and Liverpool, they control their own destiny now. If they win all their games from now to the end of the season, they probably win the title. Because they still have to play City at the Etihad, but still. So, it's exciting. It's exciting to see.
No, it's good to have, especially because I think, start of January we were all like City, it's over.
The last, 4 years is it now? 5 years? It's just been City and Liverpool battling it out for the title, and I am so tired.
Yeah,
I'm so tired.
There's the pain.
Chelsea. I blame this on Chelsea.
Yeah,
you guys were top of the table in November, and you fucked it. You did this.
Oh yeah,
this is on Chelsea.
I blame
unforgivable.
Chelsea as well, yeah.
Unforgivable. Ridiculous behavior.
Hey, well, you know what? You can get over that we can talk about Man United and their big win. You can get over it really quickly.
Yes, please. Leeds 2, Man United 4. That's a mess of a game. Lots of fun. I mean, incredibly stressful. Not great for the heart rate, not great for the blood pressure. But, just ridiculous conditions. It felt like all the players were running through ankle-deep water in the second half. You start sliding from one end of the field, you probably make it pretty close to the other end. Just everyone just flying into tackles, hostile crowd. That game was... I'm sure it was a lot more fun for you guys than it was for me, but happy with the result.
You'd say this is a good sort of sum up of what Premier League football is all about. This is a nice little example, right? High scoring, great atmosphere, crazy weather.
Great atmosphere,
yeah. Yeah, it just kind of had I would say for a neutral fan, this would have been a fantastic kind of, let's say, even for like a new first timer to football, this would have been a great game to show because it would had everything.
Definitely.
Right?
This game and the City Spurs game were very good advertisements for the Premier League.
Yeah. Just watch any Leeds game. If you're a new fan, just watch any Leeds game. They are generous defensively. But
we even had time for your patented Man United second half class.
That was nuts. Like 2 goals in a minute.
Okay, look, the Rodrigo goal, it's at that point the corner flags are like horizontal because of the wind.
Yeah.
He puts in a cross and it just the wind just takes it. That happens. It's insane conditions. It's a freak goal. That's fine. Just how do you collapse again like 30 seconds later? Just, oh my god, this team is going to kill me.
You see in that situation why Wan-Bissaka is not a starter anymore. I know he's not the one that gets beat. You corrected me on that earlier, but you don't give Bruno Fernandes that pass. I'm sorry. Like,
no. He's got no time on it. Like, he's got someone closing him down immediately. Just, you're in his tough spot. Just clear it.
Yeah, or play it into the channel. But
yeah,
I don't know. Man United have a pretty tough run coming up. How did this game make you feel ahead of that? I mean, you go to Madrid honestly, on Wednesday, and then you have
by the look. It's like the defensive frailty, the midfield frailty. Mm-hmm. That's nothing new. That's there, and I think mentally we still have like big issues coming out in the second half, especially when we have a lead. It just seems to be like a mentality issue there more than just about anything else. Because we'll be solid for the entire first half, and then we'll just lose our heads for a bit after half-time until about the hour mark.
Yeah.
But I do like that that Ranić made the subs. At the time, I disagreed with taking Pogba off because I thought he was great. The little sombrero flick over someone to set up a Bruno chance. Mm-hmm. That did things for me. But I enjoyed bit of both. Bit of both, my friend. A bit of both. I needed some time alone after that.
Oh my god.
I've said it.
Yeah, go on, Azar. You have this moment.
But I enjoy. Look, we had the Bruno sombrero flick at the end as well. It wasn't as nice as the Pogba one because the defender like messed up a little bit on it. But
for Elanga,
yeah. But the fact that they, after conceding those 2 goals, Ranić made the subs and the subs went on and scored, and they actually like calmed themselves down, got themselves back ahead in a game that they should win. Like, oh my god,
Fred now has more league goals than Lionel Messi, ladies and gentlemen. This is the world we're living in.
Better players, you know what they say about better players. They show up.
I bet you he has more league goals than Lukaku.
Are you telling me that Lukaku only has three league goals?
Tommy's just being really salty.
Okay.
I will say that we'll get to Lukaku, but I will say 2 players that I think have kind of rounded into good form.
I would like to bring back Sancho watch.
Yeah. Sancho is one of them. He had 2 assists.
2 assists in the game
in this game.
I'm just saying. Let's watch Jadon Sancho.
It is Leeds, though. Let's be fair.
Again.
It was Leeds, so it's.
It is.
I was going to say, but I just decided to keep quiet. Just let Uzair have this.
It's not just this one
Leeds,
game.
But
he in the lead. He's been playing a kill, and also Bruno. I think Tony, you mentioned before, Bruno and Ronaldo just can't work together. But I think Bruno's had a good sort of run-in of a few games here. He's kind of found his form again. So.
Yes, and coincidentally, now Ronaldo looks like prime Nicholas Bentner.
Ronaldo can't finish and score now. Yeah, it's very interesting.
That chance that he missed is a fucking tap-in, Ronaldo. What are you doing? Just mishit it completely. Back on
look, I feel like sometimes I sound like a bit of a Ronaldo apologist. The ball was behind him, right? Like he's reaching to try and just put it on target.
You still expect Ronaldo to put that away, though.
I guess, yeah. I don't know. It's a good save by Mellier.
It's like no, I don't think it hits him. He's standing in this. He doesn't. If he doesn't move, it still hits him. Also, I think Mellier was terrible in this game.
Yeah, look, Mellier is a young keeper. I feel bad picking on him because he's a young keeper who gets a lot of work every week. He's very highly rated in football. Like, there's a lot of good talk about him, but I just don't see it. Like, but at the same time, I remember
what he was doing for that first corner where
he's not good on crosses.
What is Llorente doing? Llorente is facing the wrong way. How are you conceding a corner a goal from a corner against Manchester United. We hadn't scored in about 140 of these things.
Yeah, that pretty much hit Maguire. I don't know what you're into. He's not looking at the ball. Like,
He's turned around.
Yeah.
He's turned around. Melié's like half come out and like not committed to it, and he's not on his line anymore.
It's a big
And
weakness with
it's just
Melié.
a mess. It's a mess.
It's a big weakness. But you know, I at the same time I do wonder. Ramsdale was getting some stick when he was at Sheffield, when he was at Bournemouth, and you wonder if he goes to a bigger club where he's less stressed, does he look better? I don't know, honestly, because some of the weaknesses will translate. If you're not coming for crosses now, you won't come from them later. But I don't know. He has to be highly rated for a reason, but I don't
Peter
see it.
Schmeichel speaks highly of him, and he knows a thing or two about goalkeeping.
As
but-
does Ben Foster, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
Fair.
he does. So in the goalkeeping community, they think he's a good player. Maybe just
All right,
because of his age.
Fair enough.
He's only 21 as well, so yeah, I mean
Yeah.
he's got a lot of time.
Yeah, but
I mean,
that's
as we should move on
Mm-hmm.
now, as much as I'd love to keep talking about this one, to Arsenal picking up a win 2-1 against Brentford.
yeah. One of those games that was just really comfortable. I think the only problem was we didn't score in the first half, which for the chances we had was
I need to check one thing. Did we get another salty Thomas Frank interview after this one?
nah. They were battered. I don't know. I didn't see anything, but honestly, 2-1 flattered them. This was a 4-0 or 5-0 game that just our center forward doesn't score. Which is a problem. We're constantly relying on the kids to bail us out. And Smith Rowe has 9 league goals this year. Like, he's in the top 5.
He's so decisive.
Yeah, he's a really clinical finisher. And, yeah, I don't know. We need them to continue. We need them to continue scoring at this rate. Bukayo Saka has really taken another step. He's starting to add consistent end product to his arsenal.
His finish on his goal and his left foot, that is
Devastating.
just beautiful. Yeah,
Devastating finish.
It's really good to see him shake off the penalty miss at the Euro so well this season.
Yeah.
I was quite worried about it because he was good last season,
Mm-hmm.
and then that stuff at the Euros happens, and for a kid, you wonder what it'll do to their confidence, right?
Well, you just have to look at. I mean, Sancho's. He's kind of shaking. She's shaking it off now.
Look at Rashford.
But Rashford
though.
looks like a broken man, this season. But that could be for other reasons. Who knows? But yeah, no, he's in fantastic form. He's the first name on the team sheet. Like, when you think about how young he is, what he is doing is special. Like, it's really special. He and Martinelli are the youngest in the group, and Saka is easily the most important player. But that top 4 race is looking really, really tight. United hold the seat right now, but I think a few teams have games in hand.
Arsenal and Spurs,
Yeah.
I think, both have 3 in hand on us.
Yeah,
Wolves have 2 in hand on you guys as well.
and we play them next. We play
oh,
Wolves next,
wow.
so yeah, we play them.
Oh
on
yeah, you guys
Thursday.
play
Did you?
midweek
Oh,
against Wolves.
okay.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you played them recently as well,
We
right?
did, yeah. That was
Oh,
this is a rearranged
should be
fixture.
should be some extra spice.
Yep. Martinelli's back for that, so that'll be
Can't
fun.
wait to see what weird scenario Arsenal managed to cook up to get another player sent off.
It will happen.
It will happen.
Yeah.
On the Brentford side of things, they are currently, in terms of recent form, they are the worst team in the league. Are they getting dragged into this relegation scrap? Because right now, I believe they're going at below a point per game. Where are they at? 26 games played, 24 points, 1 point in their last 5 games. I mean, it's starting to look dicey. It's starting to look really dicey. All the teams below them have games in hand on them. Obviously, games in hand don't necessarily mean points, but
But in
they
some
might be
cases
looking over
they
their
do.
shoulder.
you've seen already that this week those bottom teams, some of them won. So I think Brentford's going to be they're lucky they got their points in early. And
Tommy, why do you hate Brentford?
I I don't hate them. I feel like you guys kind of over
a guy named Thomas. You should love them.
I think you guys kind of overrated them at the start of the season, or maybe not. You guys, just like in general, and they're kind of
no. Please take the shot.
Yeah, I'm so confused. How did we overrate them? I said they won't be relegated, and that's overrating them. I don't know. Listen, this is their recent run. They beat Villa 2-1. They lost to Southampton 4-1, admittedly pretty bad. But then they lost to Liverpool. They lost to Man United. They lost to Wolves. They lost to City. They drew with Crystal Palace. And they lost to Arsenal. That is a tough run. I'm sorry. Like, we're talking about the best teams in the country, and they lost to them. I'm not going to judge Brentford by losing to Arsenal and losing to City and losing to Liverpool, right? What they have now is they play Newcastle next. They play Norwich next,
and Burnley,
and they play Burnley. That's when you know.
That's when you can judge them.
3 games.
Yeah.
And those three teams are all teams that are going to be, you know what I mean? They're going to fight super hard, right? You'd think because we can judge them. We can judge them after that. But those are not going to be easy games.
No, they won't. But they're games they need to win. They're games they need to pick up points in.
100%. Yeah.
They need to find.
They really need to hope Ivan Toney is back.
He should be. He was a possibility for our game. Didn't quite make it.
Okay.
But
so
David Raya is
back
back as well. Yeah. So and he had a decent game against us. So we'll see. But I'm not as worried. Well, I don't think they'll go down personally. I think there are 3 worse teams. But
well, you know, there was one thing I wanted to say. You were talking about Lacazette's Tony earlier.
Lacazette's?
Yeah, Lacazette. You know who he reminds me of right now is good old Fernando Torres. He does all this great sort of running off the ball. No, his movement is good. Yeah,
Lacazette does not do any running off the ball. I don't know why.
Tony.
I know I compared you to Torres, Tommy, but that was just your hair.
We're just not. No, we're moving.
Wait,
is this our signal to move on?
You know who reminds me of Torres? Timo Werner. He reminds me of Torres. Torres got countless chances, couldn't score open goals. Lacazette doesn't get enough chances. That's my problem with him. But
he doesn't get enough chances? You just said he gets a lot of chances and he can't finish.
No, I said he doesn't score. That's why I said he doesn't score. Lacazette.
You just said he doesn't get enough chances.
No, yeah, I'm saying he doesn't get enough chances. Like, he doesn't put himself in positions to score. Not that he misses a lot of chances. Torres got countless of chances and was just useless at finishing.
I think Lacazette doesn't get enough chances and also misses the ones he does get.
Thus the name Lacazette. If you boys move on, please. This was a Tommy. Why? How did Torres get into this equation?
Because he's
a wrestler now. He's a wrestler.
Tony, this one is on you. This one is on you for comparing him to Torres at the start. You knew what you were doing.
You're getting it back. You're getting it back. I'm just saying. When I see
him.
So
who's Lewandowski, Tommy? Who's Lewandowski?
He's Lewandowski. You can't compare this guy to anyone. He's one of the best players in the world. Anyhow, move on. Lacazette, he does good work off the ball, and he just doesn't score.
All right,
you gotta give him some credit.
Enough. I'm taking control back. Liverpool 3, Norwich 1. This is why you boys can't be trusted.
This was a game that had the potential to end the title race.
If Teemu Pukki could take his chances, then we might have had something here.
Yeah. So you boys said. I didn't watch this game live. I was watching the Arsenal game.
I guess in the end he let the Teemu down.
Don't
he got
laugh
me.
at that.
He got me.
Don't laugh at that. Come on, Tommy.
Got one.
No, but
one.
He.
Ladies and gentlemen, got one.
That chance from Pukki, like you have to score that. You just have to. You can't miss that.
Put it on target if nothing else.
Yeah, you have to make the
one-on-one with the keeper.
Teemu Pukki 2 seasons ago scores that, I think. In fact, I think he did score against Liverpool at Anfield, didn't he? But Yeah, it's Norwich, boys.
I mean, eventually, Liverpool shone through. Even though Norwich went 1-0 up, Liverpool, like I think you mentioned it earlier, Tony, the attacking depth that they have now with Diaz, even with Jota out injured for this game, like Diaz is slotted right in. He already looks like a Liverpool player.
It's a great signing. Liverpool are a team that recruit well. So just consistently recruit well. Did Firmino start this game? I don't think he did.
He wasn't. He didn't even play.
Yeah, they suddenly have depth.
They were panicked, so they sent on Divock Origi.
Yeah, Mo Salah
he
absolutely refused to pass to him on that goal. Like he's gone back to old school Salah, where he makes all the wrong decisions, scuffs his shots, and still scores. But Mane he's looking pretty good as well. Nice little acrobatic finish on the equalizer. Yeah,
keeper should have maybe done better with that.
I think so. I think it's Angus gone, right? He's not great. Yeah. But
he's not gonna save too many.
Nope.
Okay. I'm gonna push it too far.
We should mention though, on a Salah goal, that was an assist from Alisson. He has a nice that's
long
true. Kick all the way down.
Great distribution.
Great distribution. I think Alisson got an assist last season as well, I believe.
For Salah, I think.
Yeah, for Salah. I think
it was against Man United.
Yeah, I remember Daniel James running back, and he just with his tiny frame trying to push Salah, and he just brushed him aside. Yeah, those are good times. Still good times, to be fair. But
we won this week. Leave me alone.
I thought you were gonna say we won this league. I'm like, okay. Yeah. It's good for the league. A Liverpool City title race is good for the league, and
it's not good for me. I don't care what's good for the league. I care about what's good for me.
Yeah. I hope Liverpool do it. I like Liverpool because they do things the right way. Like they're a team that they don't have the same resources as City, but they maximize the resources they have, and more clubs need to follow their lead. So
we'll 5 wins in the chalk for Liverpool. Yeah, they are rolling.
Highest goal scorers in the league as well. 64
64 and 63 for City, and it's pretty similar in terms of stats.
Yeah. But Liverpool are the team.
My only regret this week is that I forgot to triple captain Salah in fantasy.
Oh, poor!
I meant to do it, just completely forgot.
I didn't change anything. I forgot as well.
Liverpool
is it a double game week?
Yeah, they play Leeds.
It's a double game week
for
Tony, Liverpool play Leeds.
It's Norwich and Leeds.
I should have triple captain.
Like, man is going to eat this week. Yeah. I mean, one man who's not eating too well right now is poor old Romelu Lukaku. Palace 0, Chelsea 1, but the only stat I care about from this game is Big Romulus himself has 7 touches over the course of 90 minutes.
Tommy,
one of those touches was a kickoff.
You were going to defend your man. Go ahead.
First of all, he's definitely not my man. I had no love for Romelu Lukaku.
You had love for him at the start of the season.
You had plenty of love.
No. Don't give me that. This guy.
What? Yes, you did. You were so excited at the start of the season.
Oh, yeah, excited. Yeah, and then
striking problems have been solved.
And then he
revealed.
Ladies and
gentlemen, we have solved Chelsea's striking problems.
Yeah, he's like Timo Werner's not up to it. We just bring in Lukaku, problem solved.
Yeah, and then he revealed he had an Inter shirt under every time he wears this Chelsea kit. He's always got that under. Yeah. My only point is, to be fair to Lukaku, is overall none of our attackers, bar maybe Ziyech, had a good game, and that's honestly Chelsea just didn't play well, but.
There's a difference between having a bad game and having like 6 touches from open play.
Dude, like he was offside all the time. He's not showing for the ball. He did at the start of the season. You know what he was doing? He was dropping a bit deep to be an option to lay it off to on-rushing attackers. He's not showing. Like, this isn't a case of all he's interested in now is a ball over the top. That's it, or a cross. He's not getting involved in open play, in general play, and I think he's a guy that has mentally checked out.
You see, for me personally, I would love to see what we did last season is
With
have Havertz just playing kind of false nine there, and I think we just play a lot more fluid in attack when we have that. But then how do you drop your 130 whatever 100 million pound striker from not playing? I think you almost have to play him.
I think that was the point Lukaku made in his interview, right? That Chelsea are playing differently with asking the nine to do different things. But yeah, I agree with you. I think Havertz should be the one who gets it going.
I'm down with Havertz. And you know what? We play. Isn't it Liverpool Carabao Cup final this week?
I wouldn't know. I don't care enough about.
I think it is. I think it is.
I think you're right. I think you're right. I think they do play Liverpool in the Carabao.
Yeah, and I think we have. We play on Sunday the final, not midweek, because Chelsea play Lille in the Champions League. But anyways, it'll be interesting to see if Lukaku starts that game or not, and what we do. But anyways, we got the win. We didn't play that great, but we got the win, so that's all I can kind of ask for. Yeah.
You can ask for your 100 million pounds striker to get more than 7 touches, but that's just me.
115.
115.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Well, we'll move on to a big result in the top 4 race / at the bottom of the table. West Ham dropping more points, drawing 1-1 with Newcastle. They're losing more ground on the top 4. It's the same story again and again with West Ham, where they drop points against teams that you'd expect them to beat, against teams that are lower down in the table.
Attaboy Willock. Great finish on the equalizer. I always knew he'd be the man to save Newcastle.
You know what's one thing when I was watching this, what's funny is with Antonio, the commentator was kind of slowing the pronunciation, so he'd be like, Antonio. And I'm like, I kind of got me thinking, like, wait, Tonio? It's like, he got me a couple of times. But yeah, West Ham.
Tommy coming at you with the high-level analysis.
Yeah. Newcastle, we're missing Trippier, who's broken his foot, and he's out for the rest of the season. Wilson, long-term injury. St. Maximin was out. Lascelles was out. And they still got a point on the road.
I think Lascelles being out is a positive.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Dan Burn has actually been quite good since he came in.
Yeah.
Who was it? I think it was Bowen that he absolutely took out after the ref had signaled for a throw.
So unnecessary. Unnecessary.
Newcastle recruited really well in the January transfer window, I think.
They haven't even started Bruno Guimaraes yet.
I've noticed
They haven't had to start him yet.
I hope he's enjoying himself. But after the shit he gave us. But getting benched by John Joe Shelby. Yeah, brilliant.
Voldemort himself.
I'm seeing Joe Linton in midfield. That's still happening. Wow.
He's doing.
Joe Linton is just
really
an actual box to box midfielder now. Just don't ask him to ever shoot, and he's great.
Yeah, I think Newcastle will stay up. I really do.
They're starting to pick up points at a good clip now.
Yeah.
Well, you said they play Brentford next. That's their next game.
Yes, I do.
Boy, yeah, that's like they win that, and they're on. Yeah, they're well on their way.
I think they win that one.
I'm back in Brentford, but I just thought West Ham were pretty. I
don't think Brentford will get relegated, but I think they will. I think they'll pick up points against in the Norwich and Burnley games, but I think they'll lose to Newcastle.
Okay, Brentford are at home, right? Or are they away against Newcastle?
They are.
I think they're at home.
Yeah,
I think they'll win personally. That's our prediction for next week. But
yeah,
or
a little bonus content.
Yeah, but for me, this result just. I don't think West Ham are going to make the Champions League. I haven't thought for a while.
They are. It hasn't looked likely.
Yeah.
But we do need to bring up the single greatest thing that allegedly happened in this game, and that is Chris Wood just meowing at Kurt Zouma for an entire half. And this is the kind of shithouse we like in football. This is perfect.
Craig Dawson complaining to the referee that he's meowing at my teammate.
If you're the ref, how do you not just start laughing instantly?
Honestly, yeah.
At least Chris Wood can.
How do you make that complaint with his straight face.
He ain't scoring goals, but at least he's got the full-on
He's
banter.
contributing, though. He's contributing, though.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that's not contributing to the team.
In typical Chris Wood fashion, yeah. But
I mean, speaking of Chris Wood, his old team, Burnley, thrashed Brighton 3-0
Wow.
at the Amex. Wout Weghorst looks like a massive upgrade on Wood for Burnley. It's a really good bit of business so far.
His first goal, that quick release shot that he had, that was fantastic.
it was, you know what? I feel like if Weghorst had gone to any team in the league, he'd have been good. Like,
He just looks a very solid player. He had a good scoring record in Bundesliga as well. It was like a goal every other game or something like that.
Yeah, I don't think he's a world-class player or anything, but I think he's the kind of weapon that would be good for any team. But
he's a battering ram with a surprisingly
he's got good
decent
technique.
touch about him.
Yeah, he's got good feet. Yeah, we should have spent 100 mil on him instead of Lukaku. Jesus.
I actually
just put a ball up in the air. He'll get you your 7 touches.
If Weghorst plays for Chelsea, he'd score way more goals than Lukaku.
I totally believe it. Yeah.
yeah. But
and he's like 6'7", 6'6".
He is
great aerial.
Yeah.
6'6".
Yeah.
Like but like honestly, like Brighton were just like dull
poor.
all around. Yeah.
Yeah, they were poor. They don't
hadn't recovered from their from the hammering they received against Man United in midweek.
Did you guys beat them? I don't think you did.
Yeah,
you did?
2-0.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are winning games.
Them, but
you're winning games. Yeah. You're in form.
We won 2 games in a row. It's amazing. I had such a good week.
You play Watford next week, so that's another chance to pick up points.
We lost to them like 4-2 last time.
That was the game we predicted wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you we'd lose that one. You didn't believe me.
Yeah.
Next game on the docket is Wolves picking up a 2-1 win against Leicester. Wolves not as defensively solid as they usually are in this one, but looked good going forward. They got Pedro Neto back from injury late on in the game. Jimenez looked good. Podence had a great game. Ruben Neves doing Ruben Neves things. Excellent all around.
I think Wolves have overtaken West Ham as the dark horse for the top four race. I don't think they will do it, but they are looking like one of the most highly functioning teams in the league right now. They're not high scoring, but do they have the best defensive record in the league?
Close.
I haven't checked the table.
I think they now do have. Or they're tied for it.
It's still City.
Still City?
Yeah. Oh, it's 18 to 17.
Okay, but that shows you the level of the level that they're defending at. They don't concede a lot of chances. They win a bit.
They have a top 4 defensive record.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah, they do. And Ruben Neves, they have one of the best midfielders in the league. So we'll see. We'll see if they can keep it up. They're kind of winning games without their forwards scoring consistently at the moment, but we play them next.
I mean,
that's going to be an interesting fixture.
That's going to be a spicy game.
The return of Pedro Neto might help that.
Yeah, he's a good player.
On the flip side, you have Leicester, another loss. They're 11th in the table. Their defense just looks I know they didn't concede from a set piece this game, but I watched it, and every time there was a set piece, there was just that element of panic that you get when you know a team is not good at defending them, and it seems to just be seeping throughout the squad.
They've conceded 43 goals this season. That's the same as like Watford and Newcastle, who we have like in relegation battles. At least they can score, but that's a really poor defensive record on Leicester.
I feel they're a team that are suffering from Jamie Vardy aging finally, basically. He's not. I think he's injured at the moment. But
wait, what does Vardy have to do with their defensive?
No, so basically, when apart from the set pieces, like the set piece thing is just poor organization. But teams can push higher up now. Jamie Vardy pushed teams back because if you gave him any space, he was in behind and he was scoring. And they don't have that same devastation in attack. For me personally, when I watch them, I feel like they have a lot of tidy players, but there's not that one guy who's gonna put the ball in the back of the net the way Vardy did. But yeah, it's gonna be.
It's a problem they need to solve
Yeah.
quickly. Otherwise, like, it's just a wasted season for them.
Yeah, I think Rodgers might go at the end of the season, but
I wouldn't be surprised
Yeah.
if he did.
yeah.
And we have another team near the bottom picking up points, and that's Watford beating Villa. Villa have dropped off a lot in their recent run of games. They have 1 point, 1 point from their last 3 games. Tommy, once again, we ask you to defend your greatest manager in the world,
and
Steven Gerrard.
I'll give him some defending here. You know, at Rangers, he was known for being a very defensive manager. You know, starting from the back, and he in his first, I think, 2 or 3 games at Villa, they were like that. They were a very defensive unit. They played very well. I feel like now with Coutinho into the squad, with Buendia there, I feel like he's trying to shift. You can tell he's trying to shift, and they have Digne as well, to be more of an attacking team. And what's happening is they're getting really exposed on counters. There's a lot of space in that midfield. And Watford were taking advantage of it. I mean, if Musa Sissoko had a bit more footballing intelligence, you know, they may have had quality. They may have had a few more goals in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't accept that as a defense because these are all his decisions. But
you're right. I think he has these attacking players at his disposal, and I think he's trying to shift Villa into this.
Tommy's defending
team.
like Villa right now,
and and they're getting exposed for it. So also
the decision to sign Callum Chambers.
I was going to say also that their center backs in the
start him.
Callum Chambers is not a center back. I watched him for the best part of 8 years. Not a center back. He's a fullback.
What is he then?
Is
he?
He's a fullback. He's like a third center back fullback kind. He's that kind of player. If you want him as one of your two, no, just no.
Hey Tommy, if you're tired of defending this man of yours, you can defend the next one too. Because Southampton beat Everton 2-0.
Here we are bashing
Go on, defend Frankie Lampard.
What year is it? What are we doing?
It's 2006 all over again. Gerrard and Lampard just don't work.
Why? I'm telling you guys, why did Lampard take this job?
Frankie's at the wheel,
why?
baby.
Because it's like Everton are so crap. They were outplayed. Southampton.
I like that he saw that Man United, under any circumstance, refused to play Donny van de Beek in a 2-man pivot and was like, you know what I should do? Play Donny van de Beek in a 2-man pivot.
Let's take Allen off. We'll put Gomez in there and we'll put Van de Beek there. Yeah, okay, why not? That might work.
Wait, he played Gomez and Van de Beek?
Gomez and Van de Beek.
He did, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You know what?
And
no,
then he brought on Dele Alli.
He's not real. No, this man's not real. He doesn't deserve more.
Yeah.
That's... All right.
No,
have fun battling relegation, Everton.
Yeah, you're right. Everton are definitely going to be a relegation
battle. What is that midfield, man?
But we should say to Southampton is, you were talking about informed teams in the league. You're going to have to talk about Southampton because they dominated this game, you know, from top to bottom. Ward-Prowse, man, this guy, his free kicks are worth the price of admission, I'm going to say, if you're going to see a game. His technique is unreal.
They need to invent a new rule or position in football where you can just bring a guy like a kicker, just a guy to come on and take a free kick and then put him back on the bench.
Designated set piece.
Yeah, exactly.
Just has to be in the matchday squad.
Yeah, but Everton need to pick up points. Honestly, they have 1 win in 5. They lost the other 4 games. The only game
that one win was against Leeds.
Yeah.
They're in trouble, I think.
It's one of those things where it's like you keep thinking it's Everton, they can't be in a relegation battle, they can't get relegated, but you know they're playing like a relegation team.
That was Newcastle once upon a time, so
yeah.
And I like it, I like it, I like it, I like it, la 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 like it, la 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 like, here we go. Martinelli, Saka, Smith Rowe.
So something we wanted to take on this week was having a look at the best players in the world who are currently under 21. Basically, the equivalent of the kind of the 442 version of the Golden Boy Award. Hey, tell me if I'm wrong.
No,
Am I wrong?
No.
Hey, it's exactly what we've done. Except I think Golden Boy also allows 21-year-olds, or is it under 21?
I think it's under 21.
It's under 21. All right, we're shamelessly ripped them off then, haven't we? But what we've done is we've gone with our usual method, where the three of us all rank our top 10 individually, and then we average them out. And we'll kick things off with number 10. This man made it onto 2 out of 3 lists. It's Ansu Fati at Barcelona.
Yeah, I'm guessing Tommy didn't put him on his list.
I would is the one guy that would have been an honorable mention.
Yeah, I actually I understand that, because I wavered a few times.
I was the same thing. Like, Tony and I both had him like around the 8th to 9th kind of range. He's the kind of guy. If you'd made this list a year ago, he would have been a lot higher. It's just the injury worries have kind of slowed the momentum, and really, really hoping it doesn't derail him completely.
His numbers were pretty good, like, considering how many games he's played. I think he had like 3 goals and maybe 2 assists in 5 games for Barcelona. So it's like, yeah, he is a good player.
Just have to keep him on the pitch. Have him on. Just let him take his time to get over the injuries now, just so it doesn't ruin his development, because he is such an exciting player to watch. Like, he's a very good finisher for someone so young.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Well, if we're moving up a spot, we actually have a tie for number 8. We have, and neither of these players were on all 3 lists. We have a tie between Ryan Gravenbratch from Ajax and William Saliba from Marseille, on loan from Arsenal.
Yeah, Gravenbratch didn't make my lists because
I saw he was an honorable mention.
Yeah,
one of the cup ones.
I had to basically Dutch league tax meant that he was.
That's why I started him off higher on my list, and I kept dropping him lower as I kept thinking of players.
Yeah.
Again, because of the Dutch league tax, but I also was like, I need to keep him on because my club hates defensive midfielders, and I think we need to show them some love. So,
is Gravenbratch a defensive midfielder? I don't know. I when I seen him play, he plays like a more advanced, like an 8 kind of, but because he's really good on the ball.
Where he just goes. He's great on the ball, and he's great at winning. He's good at winning it back too. Like, he doesn't dive into. He like times his tackles so well.
Yeah.
He's got the Ajax thing where he's just like he's positionally fluid in midfield.
Yeah, he's a unit. He's a massive player, but he's got really good feet. Like, he's a great dribbler, great passer of the ball, really good technique. Yeah, he was one of the first players I thought of, actually. But as I started to think of it more deeply, I just felt there were players who had managed to break through at top clubs in tougher leagues, essentially. So, but he does have a lot of Champions League experience. I think he played in all of Ajax's games.
That was the thing that very much kept him on the list for me, where he's playing every Champions League game for Ajax, and
he's playing every game for Ajax.
I think we talked about
their ridiculous
Ajax,
dominance,
how they're dominating the Eredivisie in the last episode, but I mean they also have absolutely dominated their group in the Champions League. So,
Tony,
and then of course we also have. Oh, go on, Tony.
I was going to say, Tony, to answer your question, he is a holding midfielder, and he does play that position for Ajax. And not only you guys mentioned his Champions League sort of pedigree, he's made it international debut. He's already got 2 caps, maybe even more. I can't remember now, but he's earning his spot already in the Dutch national team. So, I mean, honorable mention, yeah, and I think he's ranked in a pretty fair spot there at number 8 for sure.
I mean, we should also talk about William Saliba. Tony, you're the only one who had him on your list, and you had him quite high up as well. I believe you had him fourth.
Yeah, I'm surprised that you guys don't have. So maybe you haven't watched him play very often. But
That is, for me, it's definitely like I haven't watched him play much.
William Saliba is a pretty confusing one for a lot of Arsenal fans because we don't know why he's not playing for us. But I do think the experience he's getting out on loan, he plays every game for Marseille, and he has been by far and away the highest performing centre back in the league this season. He's a player who came with a big reputation to Arsenal. We signed him for 25 million at 18. He's still yet to play a game for us, which is ridiculous. Yeah, I'm excited about the prospect of him coming back. Hopefully, we can come up with an agreement to extend his contract. But
I did while I was combining the three lists together, and once I knew that Saliba was going to be on, I did look into his stats and stuff a little bit, and he doesn't get booked at all
he doesn't
for a
he's
centre back. And
he's very Virgil
Arsenal
van Dijk.
need that desperately.
He's very Virgil van Dijk in the way he plays. He doesn't engage if he doesn't need to. He's very often the last man back, playing for Marseille.
I think in the league or something like 2 bookings in 20 something games at this point. That's Van Dijk, Rio Ferdinand kind of stuff.
So is he supposed to be back in the summer?
Yes. He will have 2 years left on his contract. The reason I'm concerned is I don't get why he hasn't had more minutes already for us. We messed up his loan a couple of years. Last season. We messed up his loan last season. We weren't able to push it through, and we hadn't registered him for the Europa League squad. So he ended up not playing, and that caused a bit of a rift between himself and the club. We then managed to get him a loan we sent him out on loan in January to Nice, and he ended the season in the Ligue 1 Team of the Year. So, and that's in 6 months. So that's how highly rated he's been for a while. And every time I see him, he's just considering how young he is, he's such a dominant personality in defense. So I really hope he comes back and he can become one of the core 3 center backs that we have in the team, and provide serious competition for places in our defense. Because, as you said, we need someone who can keep his calm in defense. We have a few hotheads, but
just a couple.
Just a couple.
Up at number 7, we have Jamal Musiala at Bayern Munich. Tony did not have him on the list, but I think he was an honourable mention.
Okay, honourable mention.
Yeah.
I had him around 6, so around this spot. Tommy, you had him quite highly rated. I believe you had him 4th.
Musiala 4th. Holy. Good player, though. Good player. Really good player. I guess I'll let you,
I mean, I think mainly because I actually watched some Bayern games, so I get to see him play. Mainly because of Lewandowski, of course. But this guy's 18. He's already made a lot of he's almost first team player for Bayern at this age.
He
first man off the bench.
He was in the Euro squad for Germany.
Yeah,
he
he
played
was.
in a couple of games for them. Looked quite good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you have a guy who's already broken through to one of the best teams in the world, and like I said, highly rated, and he's already scoring some goals. For me, this guy, when you watch him play, he's a very creative player, great dribbler, and I think the future's bright for this guy. I think we're going to see a lot more of him.
Yeah, I think my issue with Musiala, why I didn't put him in, is he doesn't start enough games. That was purely it. But he is playing for Bayern, which they have Serge Gnabry.
Yeah, it's the thing. There's so much depth on the wings.
Yeah.
Gnabry, Koeman, all these guys.
And Leroy Sané, yeah. So it's difficult to get. The fact that he is getting minutes shows how highly rated he is. He's got 2 caps for Germany, I think. Not sure.
Yes.
He
has 2 appearances in the Euros. 2 appearances in the Euros and
9 caps total. Yeah,
9 caps. Okay. Yeah. So he's a huge prospect. Am I right in saying he's English? Musiala?
He played
Yes.
Was
for
he from Chelsea?
Yeah.
Or which club did he come from?
Chelsea.
Yeah, it was Chelsea. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are just
You're bloody
leaking kids all over.
you're just.
Yeah.
Why don't you take care of your kids?
I
What
wish.
is, what's this
I
absentee parenting from Chelsea?
Think of the team we could have. My God.
Yeah. Just I'm gonna ask, did Broha make this list?
Did who?
Armando Broha.
Not for me. No.
No, he
He did
didn't.
not. He was one of my honorable mentions. Another one of Chelsea's leaked.
I mean, Tommy tried to sneak Billy Gilmore onto the list.
Are you joking?
But
Number 10.
What?
Number 10. Tony.
No, he's not number 15 or 20. How is Billy? Okay. Yeah. He didn't make the list. So
No.
it's fine. I'm not going to
he
get
did not make the list.
Jesus Christ, Obi.
Wait, what's your hate? What's your hate for Billy Gilmore?
There are 10 better U20 players than Billy Gilmore. Come on now. Like, you didn't put Saliba on the list, you put Billy Gilmore? Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Hey, I've seen Gilmore play Champions League games where he's been the man of the match.
Champions
more
League
than once.
games.
Gilmore's not on the list. I'm cutting this off. No Gilmore talk about Gilmore.
Jesus.
Get it?
Oh, no. I always get it. Don't worry. I always get it. Yeah.
I have to sneak another one in there.
Who's
At
next?
number 6.
Yeah.
At number 6, we have another player plying their trade in the Bundesliga. It's Florian Wirtz from Leverkusen. I had him quite highly rated. Like,
He must have been on all our lists, I imagine.
he was on from here on, everyone was on all lists.
Okay.
I mean, just the numbers speak for themselves.
Yeah.
He's 18 right now, and he's got something ridiculous like 9 goals, 7 assists, maybe the other way around.
He has 7 assists in the league, 10 goals in all competitions.
10
He has 10 assists in the league, 13 assists in all competitions, 18 years of age. That is, I mean,
It's ridiculous
It's
numbers.
ridiculous.
I would like to point out that Tommy put him 9th on his list, and I'm not having that.
Jesus. So
Well,
he's next man down
there's-
from Billy Gilmore.
He's slightly
He's
better
slightly
than Billy
better than
Gilmore.
Billy Gilmore. To be honest, I have not seen much of Florian Wirtz until kind of compiling this list. But everything about him, at what I've seen now, even Hansi Flick is like
In love
covering
with
this guy like crazy. And again, another attacking midfielder for Germany, which seems to be a sort of position they're going to have a lot of great players in.
Yeah, Germany have a lot of great players in a lot of positions. It's just not at striker. But
Yeah.
Poor Timo. Moving up again, we have a tie for 4th. It's Eduardo Camavinga at Real Madrid and Gavi at Barcelona. Now, Gavi is an interesting one because he's just broken through this season, but he already looks a great talent. Tony and I both had him rated at, I believe, 7th out of our top 10.
I think I had him 6.
Tommy, you had him, or it could be
At number
Oh,
10.
no, you're right. I had him 7th. You're right.
7?
Yeah, you're
All
right. You're right.
I never doubt the guy who compiles. Tommy, you had him 2nd.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
So
he's
I'll
17.
Look,
Listen.
I don't think it's completely
Yeah.
unreasonable,
Yeah.
but it's a big jump for someone who's, I believe, 17, 18.
Yeah.
I think he's only 17 still.
He's
But
17, yeah.
you have a guy here, like, at Barca, man. They had Xavi, Iniesta.
Did you confuse him with Xavi?
Yeah, Xavi, Iniesta, and Messi. They had this great academy, and now they've got these guys, these young kids, and already just ready to kind of come in and do the same thing. Gavi just he's a great player. This guy is being talked up by everyone in Spain right now, especially, of course, from Barcelona, but he plays like he is already a super mature player at his age. And we'll see from...
Am I wrong in thinking he's already made a debut for Spain?
Oh,
too?
yeah.
He has.
Yep.
Yeah. He was he in the Olympic squad? I'm not sure if he was in the Euro squad. I can't remember.
He wasn't in the Euro squad.
He wasn't in the Euro squad?
I think he made his debut in like whatever the internationals were in the early part of this season.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has like his technical ability is already at a high level, and basically I think for him he just need maybe a little bit more of a physicality to his game, but he's got all the talent in the world. That's why I mean Barca for me, no surprise they have the two best young players I think right now.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
Spoilers. Let's talk about Camavinga, signed for Real Madrid this summer from Tony. Would you like to pronounce it instead of me? Ren?
Ren. Yes.
There we go. They keep getting mentioned on the podcast.
Yeah,
Big fans.
How does it happen?
But I mean, Camavinga for me. There was talks of United being in for him in the summer.
Big miss.
Not sure how. I
don't know how you signed Ronaldo.
That was a miss in the summer that I was so upset that we didn't get.
Yeah.
That was the one that I was just like, this is the one that we should have gotten.
Yeah.
But he's the total package as a central midfielder. Like he can basically he's one of those that you can just do it all.
Yeah, he can play anywhere in midfield. I think he plays deep, mostly deeper. But he's got the technical ability to play pretty much wherever. He's a top player. He's going to be a top player for a while.
Yeah. And like the thing with Madrid is they also don't have to completely throw him in right now. He's learning from Modric, Kroos, and Casemiro.
Yeah.
And you want some teachers. That's pretty damn good.
And this is a guy that even Zidane was like he wanted and he was talking up. So that when you're scouted by not scouted, but when you're talked up by Zidane, you're some talent for sure.
Yeah.
At number 3, we have Jude Bellingham at Dortmund. Rated quite highly. He was 3rd for Tony. He was 2nd for me. Tommy had him at 6th. I mean, this kid's been the talk of the town ever since breaking through at Birmingham. He was in the England Euro squad. He's starting to become a regular there.
Didn't Birmingham retire a jersey number for him?
I believe they retired his number.
Did they make a statue for him?
That'll come in a while. But I mean,
18 years.
He's another one of those midfielders that can kind of do everything.
Yeah, it's box to box,
And
really.
It's just
he's got a great
like
engine.
he's a specimen of a player at 18. Like imagine once he like finishes like growing and like completely matures.
Could be a
and
midfielder.
he's already shown that in big matches, even in Champions League as well. I think at the group stages, because Dortmund finished I think 3rd in their group, right?
They did.
They did, yeah. But I mean, he was starting in their Champions League games in the group stage, and he had some good performances. Yeah, he's every bit of the hype around him. That's for sure.
Like you just have to look at some of the stats. He has 3 goals and 6 assists in the league this season from central midfield.
Yeah.
1 goal and 3 assists in 6 Champions League games in a team that did not do well in the Champions League this season. I believe he has now played 1 Europa League game and has 1 goal, 1 assist. So he's doing the business, and like he's one of he's similar to Camavinga. Like he can also progress the ball really well from midfield.
He's a great runner with the ball. Yeah, he's a good passer, but he's really good at running with it as well. And he's a midfielder I think England need as well. They need a midfielder that can get in the box and contribute. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see them integrate him moving forward.
So all the big clubs in a couple of seasons are going to be fighting for this guy's signature.
Oh yeah, 100%.
They're already fighting for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At number 2, and this will make Tony very happy, because he was top 3 for all of us. It's Bukayo Saka.
Yeah, Starboy Saka, Lil Chili, not Lil Pilly. Yeah, I'll let you guys talk about Saka actually, because if I start,
if you start, we the time limit might become a bit of an issue.
Yeah.
But For me, it's something that we mentioned already earlier in this podcast, and it's something that happens like every time we talk about Arsenal doing something well. Saka is usually involved.
Yeah.
Like throughout this season, whenever Arsenal have had a good run, it's been when Saka has been playing well. At the start of the season, when Arsenal were in a bit of a rough moment, they were in a bit of a tough spot with their series of defeats and all that. It was when Saka wasn't quite clicking, when he was still maybe getting over the Euros or getting up to speed for the season after a long summer. And Bukayo Saka is Arsenal's most important player right now.
Easily.
Was it unfair of me to say that?
Nope. Easily. Yeah, he's the one that makes things happen. He's the one who breaks the game open for us. Every time he plays now, he has 3 players on him. And he very often finds his way through. Really special talent. Possibly our greatest ever academy product. There are some big names in that. And you can see Tommy's already thinking about Ashley Cole. But in terms of...
No, I didn't say anything.
I said thinking.
We can tell, though. We can tell.
No, but yeah, you guys are spot on Saka. I mean, you have a guy who is already an English international player, starter, probably the best player on his club team. Countless goals already, and he's 20 years old. Honestly, when we were making this list, I actually thought he was 21. He wasn't going to be able to make the cut, and I saw he was 20. I'm like, oh wow, he's even younger than I thought he was. And the future is bright for this guy. It's going to be great to see, him in not great, but the inevitable when he's in a City or a Liverpool jersey in a couple of seasons' time.
Here we go. I just knew that this is where it was going. It was just like, fucking guy.
Hey, Tommy, did you really have to sacrifice Tony's mood for that joke?
Yes. But that was a kind of a mid-level pun there.
I just want to check if Tony is still in the call after all that.
I'm still here.
You're still here, Tony.
Hey, your boy's getting praise. He's a fantastic player.
He's getting praise.
We're just saying
praise.
that the future's bright for him.
Yeah, 100%. No, he's already one of the highest performing players in the league for his age, and I think he has superstar potential. So I'm excited for it, and I'm excited for him to take us with his development. How about that?
At number 1, and this was the only position that all 3 of us agreed on.
Easy.
If you've been paying attention to football over the past season and a half, it's Pedri, Barcelona. I mean, it was like the moment we decided we were doing this list, I was like, hey, I know Pedri is number 1. I just need to figure out everything from 2 to 10. He's a consistent starter for Barcelona, consistent starter for Spain, just metronomic in possession. He doesn't lose the ball. He'll complete more passes than anyone else. He'll cover more ground than anyone. Some of his stats from the Euros are just absolutely mad.
He played.
This is at the Euros. This is at the highest international level, and then he's doing it at club level as well.
He played a frightening number of games last season. Like, really terrifying. He paid for it. He's paid for it this year because he's picked up a lot of injuries. I think he had 2 major hamstring injuries. They rushed him back from one, and he picked up another one. I think he's only played 6 games this season, if I'm correct, in the league.
You are correct.
Yeah, and my worry is that Barcelona are mismanaging this kid. They need to.
If Barcelona ruin both Pedri and Ansu Fati,
and
I
Gavi,
will not forgive them.
And Gavi, he played in the Euros, he played in the Olympics, he played every game, every minute available last year. Pedri was playing it, and that shows you how special he is. He is, as you said, he's like the. I guess he's similar to. I would say
similar to Saka. He's like already one of the most important players to his club. But unlike Saka, he's also one of the most important players for his country.
Hey, Saka, Saka started
No,
in the final.
Saka's highly regarded for England. I'm not saying he's not important.
No, I know
But
what
I'm
you mean.
saying you can replace Saka in the England squad with other players in his position. I don't think Spain have another player that can replace Pedri.
He is probably the best player for club and country, I think.
Yeah.
And
The-
when you
the-
can... So, go on, Tom.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say the thing with Pedri is I don't out of all the players that we listed today, there's no one that has like his level of sort of talent and sort of vision and awareness kind of all together. He kind of has that total package.
Yeah.
Like when I watch him play, like both feet, right? I don't think he doesn't really have a weak foot. And his weighted pass, like his through balls and everything, like it just seems like he gets it right every time. And
There was a crazy stat in the Euros where 5 games in, I think he had... Well, maybe it was in the quarterfinals, but he hadn't misplaced a pass. Like, he was playing deeper. So, obviously, your pass completion tends to be higher there. But it shows how, at that level, he was so economical with the ball. Like, he just never lost it. And he wasn't just trying easy passes. As you said, Tom, he was advancing the ball as well. Like, they go from Xavi and Iniesta to Gavi and Pedri. It's just, just...
And then maybe Ansu Fati, if this guy can stay fit. They got 3 like of the top young players in the world.
Yeah.
Well, I think that just about wraps up our list. And I mean, is someone going to take over the outro for me as well?
Or do you have do you have any?
Have you two given up?
Does Tony have any honorable mentions that he wanted to throw in before we close it?
Gabriel Martinelli, I didn't forget you.
No, I didn't forget him either, Tony.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to have 2 Arsenal guys in my my top 10.
Dustin Saliba makes sense now, but yeah, I had a few.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Nuno Mendes from PSG.
Oh, he was on my list actually. Yeah, he was
He
on my
was
list.
on mine as well.
Okay, so Tommy just doesn't like fullbacks.
No.
Makes
Well,
sense.
I've noticed.
Yeah, doesn't.
I'll give a shout out to the top Polish talents coming out there. Kasper
time
Urbanski
to end the list.
plays
Who is
on
it?
plays on
Who
Bologna,
is this
guys.
guy?
You're
Time
gonna
to end the
hear
list.
all
Moving
about him
on.
in a few seasons. Don't worry.
Yeah,
What's his-
you're gonna hear all about him from Tommy. That's it.
What's his name, please? I'm gonna look him up.
Kasper Urbanski.
Urbanski. Okay, I'll look him up.
Tony, can you confirm if this is a real player or if Tommy's had a fever dream again?
Well, I might not be spelling it right, but I don't see anybody. So
Oh,
He's
well.
real. I assure you.
Sorry, Urbanski.
he's a real player. I see him. He's 17. Yeah, he exists.
We'll see we'll see if he makes this list in a couple of years then.
Yeah.
I guess
How's
all
it
I
played
have to
this
say
season?
is no. All right, just fine. I won't do the outro. Then. Someone else can do it. It's
All right,
fine.
is there? I'll shut up. Yeah.
No. Go on, Tony.
No, Tony
Go
did
on.
so well at the intro. Let him do the outro.
Yeah, go on.
I'm tired, man. All that's left to say is please subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your pods, and follow us at 442. Thank you for joining me, Tommy Sunday.
Cheers. Always a pleasure.
And thanks for joining me, Uzair Madani.
I mean, look, wasn't I think I'd do a better job at the outro, but decent effort.
Yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, I've been your wonderful host, Tonio, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.